Hey, welcome to the Genius Playground. I'm Ann Rose Hart. Today we have a question from a reader who's curious about the mindset work of catching limiting beliefs and really finding what those are and transforming them into new stories. It feels so hard, and she's tired of it being hard. And then it occurred to her, I wonder if the story that it's hard is a limiting belief in itself. Ha! Ding! Woohoo! Beautiful, good catch. So let's play with that for a minute, because there is obviously the human playground, which I call a playground, but it's filled with challenges. It's filled with strife and struggle and difficult situations and intense emotions and the full spectrum of the human condition, which sometimes is beautiful and sometimes is so painful we can't even breathe. That whole spectrum is life. Now, if we have not allowed ourselves to experience the peak moments or to integrate those or to choose more behaviors or choices that bring more of that, and also if we're not choosing to engage in regenerative practices like flooding your body with bliss biochemistry, choosing the feeling, the deep embodied feeling of gratitude, not just the intellect, but the felt sense. When we are regenerating ourselves by managing our biochemistry and making choices that bring more positive experiences into our world, we experience more of a sense of balance in this roller coaster. If, on the other hand, we have not been practicing with a daily practice of some kind of creating a regenerative emotion, creating a biochemical shift in the body that elevates you, if that isn't being practiced, then most of our life ends up being down here in the, oh, this is so hard and painful and, the heart-wrenching, challenging times. So it's not to minimize the low points or the difficulties that is inherent in what it is to be human. But we can be deliberate and conscious into how we're managing this vessel, this body-mind vessel, to say, okay, I'm in a difficult time right now. I actually need to spend a little bit more time up here, not because, woohoo, this is fun, or woohoo, everything's going my way, or wow, everything is just miraculously easy for me. That may not be your perception, but you can choose to say, I need to create this state in my body to flush the stress hormones out of my cells, to flood my body with a biochemistry of joy or lightness. And it's simply cellular management at the one level. And we'll laugh about that in a second. Ha, ha, ha. But the other piece of it is where you've been denying yourself the pleasures in life, not allowing yourself to choose or receive goodness. Where everywhere we have the infinite buffet of choice available to us, and all experiences are available, and we could choose anything if we're not choosing consistently the things that elevate you to transcend the heaviness, and you're not just making the choices to build that into your life, then by default, your cellular system, dominant frequency, and your behaviors are supporting a, oh, this is hard. And so it's that kind of blind spot or a glass ceiling that creates the illusion that this is hard and all of this mindset work is hard, okay? So that's the meta view. So now let's take it into the very immediate practical, observing the story and having some fun with it. So if we were just to observe this thing, it's like a concrete wall. It looks like it's actually kind of elastic and see-through, but it feels like a concrete wall of this is hard. If we've been operating within that, then you could feel this is my dominant posture toward life. Right? Here's where I want to go. For me to get there, and somewhere along the way we learned that, right? So let's play with that for a minute. If you just exaggerate the old pattern just for the sake of parody, okay, get it in your cells. Don't just watch me, but laugh and move along, because you can feel this in your body and it helps to shift it. So this is the old pattern. Here's where I want to go, and here's my posture to that. Let yourself laugh. Don't just listen. Okay, now let's bring in the story, the verbal element of this that says, life is hard. Again, there's nothing funny. However, as a practice, I'm just inviting you to see what happens in your mindset and your experience when you could take those words or that belief and kind of objectify it as this story that we're just deciding as an exercise that this is the funniest thing we've ever heard of in our entire life. And just see what happens in your own mindset, in your awareness, in your body, just as an exercise, okay? So here we go. Life is so hard. We're going to say it together, and then we're going to laugh as if it's the funniest thing we've ever seen. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Life is so hard. And this mindset work, this is hard. Doing all this belief work, this is hard. Now, all right, thank you. Let's now bring in some positive, empowering questions. I wonder what it would feel like to let it be easier. Again, hard and easy is just a perspective shift. Life is what it is. We can be shoveling piles of poop, or we can be playing Frisbee, and whether it feels hard or feels easy is just a perception. So it's not about the activity or the circumstance, it's our relationship with it. So just inviting the mind to say, is there an elevated perspective that's accessible? We can ask, I wonder what it would feel like to let things be easier. I wonder what it would look like. I wonder what it would feel like. I wonder why it was so easy. I wonder why mindset work got so easy when I started laughing more. I wonder why my limiting beliefs started getting funny. I wonder why once I made friends with my emotions and I could hold space for myself lovingly with so much self-compassion, that it was okay for me to feel the feelings and let them come out. And it was okay for me to have sadness come up and anger come up, and it was okay. And because I held space for my emotions, I was no longer trapped by not wanting to feel emotions, and it got so easy. What? All right, so I'm going to stop there. We could talk about this all day, but let it be easy. I wonder why it was so easy. Keep telling the laughter stories. Let go of the struggle. Laugh yourself into a posture of lightness and ease, and allow yourself to adopt a more elevated perspective and just see what happens. It's all a big experiment. Have fun.